What if everything you know about wealth is wrong? Imagine waking up one day, realizing that all the chasing, the grinding, the endless hustle you've poured your life into hasn't brought you the fulfillment you crave. That's the question that hit me like a thunderbolt in my own life after decades of building businesses and amassing what the world calls success, only to feel an emptiness that no amount of money could fill. Picture this: an ancient scroll unrolling before your eyes, revealing not piles of glittering gold coins, but fading into the pages of a timeless book. Solomon's secret isn't gold. It's something far more valuable, a wisdom that attracts abundance effortlessly. Hello, I'm Solomon, the voice behind Solomon's wisdom. At 70 years old, I've walked the path from post-war ambition to the pinnacle of material success, only to discover a profound spiritual poverty at its peak. Born in the optimistic 1950s in the United States, I chased the American dream with everything I had, building and selling companies, navigating market crashes and booms. But burnout, anxiety, and a hollow void forced me to turn inward. I delved into the rich Jewish philosophical tradition, the ethical calls of the prophets, Maimonides' rational insights, the mystical layers of Kabbalah, and the moral depth of Musar. This wasn't just study, it was transformation. Applying these ancient laws shifted me from frantic chasing to intentional being, unlocking a wealth that's financial, peaceful, and creatively abundant. Today, we'll uncover the forgotten lesson that made the biblical Solomon the wisest and wealthiest man in history. This isn't about quick riches or schemes, it's about a paradigm shift rooted in timeless wisdom. If you want abundance that lasts, that nourishes your soul, and flows naturally into your life, you need this understanding. Why does it matter? Because in our modern world of fleeting trends and empty pursuits, this secret can free you from the cycle of scarcity and lead you to true, enduring prosperity. Let me share a story from my own journey. I once mentored a young entrepreneur named David, who was drowning in debt despite his tireless work. He chased deals like a man possessed, but after applying these principles, he found deals chasing him. Have you ever felt that exhaustion from constant striving? What if I told you there's a better way, drawn from ancient truths? Let's dive into the popular myth that's trapping so many today. Most people chase gold, fame, or power and end up empty-handed, spiritually bankrupt. In our social media-saturated culture, it's all about the hustle. Influencers flaunting luxury cars on Instagram, TikTok gurus promising overnight millions through dropshipping or crypto flips. We scroll endlessly, comparing our behind-the-scenes to their highlight reels, feeling inadequate. The grind mentality tells us to wake at 4 a.m., hustle till midnight, sacrifice family time for the next big break. But where does it lead? Burnout, broken relationships, and a nagging sense that something's missing. I see this in viewers like you. Perhaps you're a mid-career professional, juggling jobs and side gigs, yet your bank account doesn't reflect the effort. Or maybe you're retired, like many I've spoken with, wondering why decades of saving left you comfortable but not truly free. Relate to this. Think about the last time you chased a promotion or investment, only to feel more stressed afterward. In my 30s, I built a real estate portfolio that looked impressive on paper, but the constant worry about market dips eroded my peace. Jewish wisdom teaches that such pursuits are like chasing wind. Ecclesiastes warns, all is vanity. A modern analogy. It's like scrolling for likes, the dopamine hit fades, leaving you hungrier. Have you noticed how the more you chase, the more elusive true satisfaction becomes? What struggles are you facing right now in your pursuit of wealth? Now, let's reveal Solomon's real secret. His wisdom was never about money. It was about understanding value, the deeper currents that create lasting abundance. As Proverbs 3:13-14 overlays on your screen, happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding, for her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. This isn't poetic fluff, it's a blueprint. Recall the parable. When God appeared to young King Solomon in a dream, offering anything he desired, Solomon didn't ask for riches, long life, or victory over enemies. He chose wisdom, an understanding heart to govern justly. God, pleased, granted not only wisdom, but also unparalleled wealth and honor. Why? Because wisdom attracts. It doesn't chase. In my life, after my crisis, I stopped forcing opportunities and started seeking understanding through study and reflection. Suddenly, partnerships formed effortlessly, investments yielded without anxiety. Let me expand with a personal anecdote. There was a time when I faced a failing business venture in the tech boom of the 90s. Instead of panicking and chasing quick fixes, I paused, drawing from Maimonides' emphasis on rational discernment. I analyzed not just numbers, but ethical value, what truly served people. That shift saved the company and multiplied its worth. Scientifically, this aligns with how our brains work. Chasing activates stress responses, cortisol spikes, narrowing focus. Wisdom engages prefrontal cortex for broader, creative thinking. Have you ever chosen knowledge over immediate gain? How did it change your outcomes? Applying this ancient wisdom today means shifting from chasing to attracting abundance. Here are 3 practical steps. First, cultivate daily reflection. Set aside 10 minutes each morning to journal on what truly holds value in your life, beyond money. I do this with a simple prompt from Musar tradition. What action today aligns with ethical abundance? A real-world example from my experience. During a financial downturn in 2008, instead of frantic selling, I reflected on long-term value, holding assets that later soared. Second, practice generous giving, not from scarcity, but from faith in divine flow. Tzedakah in Jewish thought isn't charity, it's justice, recirculating abundance. Start small. Donate 10% of a windfall or time to mentor someone. Think of it like a split screen. On one side, chasing, clenched fists, isolation on the other, attracting, open hands, connections blooming. Third, seek knowledge relentlessly. Read Proverbs weekly or study modern applications like ethical investing. A modern analogy, Warren Buffett doesn't chase stocks, he understands value, attracting wealth compounding over time. Now, let's uncover the spiritual key most people ignore, the cornerstone of true abundance that ties directly to the Jewish concepts of spiritual wealth and divine abundance. The spiritual law is simple, yet profound. True wealth flows from aligning your actions with divine purpose, creating a channel for blessings to pour through you. In Jewish tradition, spiritual wealth, number 50 in our teachings, represents the pinnacle of understanding, the level of insight where you see beyond material gain to the eternal source of all creation. Divine abundance, number 47, is the flow of blessings that comes when you live in harmony with this purpose, trusting that the universe provides when you act with integrity and wisdom. Let me share a story to illustrate. I once counseled a woman named Rachel, a single mother in her 50s, who felt trapped in a cycle of financial scarcity. She worked 2 jobs, barely covering bills, and believed wealth was only for the lucky. Drawing from Kabbalistic teachings, I guided her to see herself as a vessel for divine abundance, not a victim of circumstance. She began small acts of alignment, tithing a portion of her income to a local charity, despite her fear, and dedicating time to study wisdom texts. Within a year, unexpected opportunities emerged, a promotion, a side business that flourished. Her stress melted into peace, not because she chased harder, but because she aligned with a higher purpose. Scientifically, this shift reduces anxiety by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, fostering calm decision-making. Have you ever felt stuck in scarcity? What small step could you take today to trust in a greater flow? Here's a short affirmation to repeat daily. I am a vessel for divine abundance, attracting wealth through wisdom and purpose. Say it now. Feel its truth settle into your bones. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a spiritual law like gravity, consistent when applied. In my own life, after my crisis, I embraced this by giving without expecting return, like mentoring struggling entrepreneurs for free. The result? Relationships and opportunities multiplied, proving the Zohar's teaching that giving opens channels for receiving. Let's wrap this up with key takeaways. Wealth isn't what you have, it's what you understand. Solomon's secret isn't a vault of gold. It asks the wisdom to see value in purpose, relationships, and ethical living. This understanding transforms scarcity into abundance, anxiety into peace. Reflect on this. The biblical Solomon didn't chase wealth, he attracted it by prioritizing wisdom. In modern terms, think of someone like Oprah, who built an empire not by grasping, but by creating value through insight and service. You can do this too right now in your own life. This secret is available to anyone willing to look deeper. Whether you're struggling with debt, like David, or seeking meaning beyond a comfortable retirement, the path is the same. Shift from chasing to attracting, from fear to trust. Jewish philosophy, from Proverbs to Musar, offers a roadmap tested over millennia. In my journey, applying these principles turned a hollow success into a life of purpose and flow. What could this shift unlock for you? Where in your life are you chasing when you could be attracting? Here's your call to action. Comment below. What does real wealth mean to you? Is it financial freedom, peace of mind, time with loved ones, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts. I read every comment and love hearing your stories. For me, real wealth was rediscovering joy in quiet moments of study and giving, like when I helped Rachel find her path. Your answer matters because it's the first step to defining your own abundance. Don't stop here. Subscribe to Solomon's Wisdom for weekly insights on living with purpose and prosperity. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. If this resonated, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your friend, your parent, your colleague. Let's build a community that attracts abundance together. Want to dive deeper? Check out the link in the description for my free guide on applying Solomon's principles to your life today. Thank you for joining me. Keep seeking wisdom and watch abundance flow.